What do you mean by ad hoc process? Ad hoc is a process that is not pre-planned, right? Ad hoc is a process that is not predefined or pre-planned. So ad hoc process is known as not planned and clearly defined, right? So there are some points given in the ad hoc process, like hastily put together. Hastily is like if you want to work with speed to get some result within short period of time, but there is not planning is included in this, right? That is mainly dependent upon the speed, not on the quality of the work, right? It with speed of the work. So if we focus that we have to do a work in short period of time, but we don't have any specific planning for it, then it can cause some mistakes or errors in our result. We need a website today. There is hastily, right? That is dependent upon the speed that we have to do some work only for today. So there will be not any type of planning is added in this work, right? So that concept is known as ad hoc process, in which not any type of planning or not any type of definition is included. That is only dependent upon the time, like we have to do something within 1 hour or within half an hour. That is called ad hoc process, in which not any type of planning is included, but the time is most important thing in ad hoc process. But the ad hoc process leads to many type of mistakes and errors in our designing, right? Second point is a methodical, well thought process includes. If we work according to a method, then what will be included in this? As we know, in ad hoc process, there is no planning included. But if we work according to methods, right? Then first of all, it will include planning, right? So planning will be the most important part of a method, right? And the second thing, quality, right? Quality of which type, quality is dependent upon which type of result we want, right? So these two things are very important then when we work according to methods. Is it clear? Next one is difficulties of ad hoc process. Difficulties. So as we know, ad hoc process is not pre-planned or not defined process, right? So in this, not anything will be defined. So it is like under construction banners, right? That is an example of ad hoc process. Under construction, that work is going on, but not have any idea when it will be finished or whenever it will be start or whenever it will be finished, right? And in our ad hoc process, we always use old content because at a time we don't have any plan, so we have to use old contents by different type of sites, right? Dated design and techniques, error chances, complicated logic result in a confusing site, right? So code in CSS that only the original designer understood. That is, there is some type of code. Like here we discuss about code of CSS, right? So code of CSS is a type of code which is not easily understood by every person, right? So we have to hire some designers that only know about the coding of CSS. Difficult to update and maintain. If we prepare a website on an ad hoc process, so maybe because it is not pre-planned, so maybe there are there are many chances of mistakes or errors. So that can lead us to bad results or not a good quality of our work or not give us good results. Next one is, as there are some difficulties of ad hoc process, there will be also some benefits of ad hoc processes, right? According to the benefits of ad hoc process, sometimes quick and dirty is not only good enough, it is the best way. It is usable for which things ad hoc process is usable, like sites that we have a short time. We have to, sometimes we have to prepare a project only for short term. that is prepared on ad hoc process, right? Sometimes we have to prepare already some websites that are very small in size. Then we create them according to ad hoc process and site designed for a very specific purpose, a single survey, a single class, a specific event that in which we have a very short time. These processes and these sites are always created by using ad hoc processes, right? So the next one is, why take the time to design the test before launching? Although it takes a lot more time upfront, a well thought out websites. Okay, so we have to, in this slide, there is some points, right, that define that why we have to take time to design and test before launching. Because when we create anything, we know that a manpower and instructions are always not efficient, 100% efficient. There are some chances of problems, errors, mistakes. So we have to evaluate or check them first, right? If we create anything, then we have to look out for testing. If we testing these things, then there will be some errors that are improved by the designer. If we improved or checked them, then it will give us a good result. That's why we have to take some time to design before launching, right? Because there will be has a few problem, right? It's more effective if we correct easily understandable and easily navigation. We can add different things that can be easily navigation. That's why we have to take some time before launching or before releasing any web page or a website. We have to check out or we have to test all the things before launching, right? Next one is pre-design work. So what is pre-design work? Pre-design is work like when you create a design, then you have to work according to pre-design work, right? There are some steps included in the pre-design work. Consider your organization's mission. Define the target audience, set goals of the website, that which type of website you want to create, immediate type of websites or long term. And according to the goals of the website, you have to hire employees, you have to hire resources according to the time or according to the goals of the website, right? Next one is gather content. Gather content is organize and establish hierarchy of content and chunk content into logical information units. These are like which type of content you added in your site. Next one is more pre-design work. When you look out for pre-design work, then you have to follow it as a module type work. Like first of all, you have to work on first level, then you have to work on second level, then you have to work on third level. So that is the concept of module, that you have to work according to your web page or according to your website. In pre-design work, first of all, you have to create an outline, which that we can create an outline. Then you have to draw it on a paper. Like we can also see that you have to create flow chart according to your plan, right? Then when you create a flow chart or you create a paperwork like what you want, that is also known as SRS, right? Then at third level or at third point, what you actually need. Think about actual HTML, PDF, graphic, sound and other files that with the help of these things, you have to work on the web page, right? And the last point, organize the files logically so that the development team can understand the hierarchy of web pages. When you create a design, you draw as a paperwork, you draw it on a paper or you create a paperwork, then you decide the terms that you have to use in your web page. Then at the last level, you have to organize all the files logically, that they can be easy to use and understand according to the web pages. So the next one is influences of technology on design. Influences include like which type of things you have to use when you create or design any type of technology, right? So first of all, you use browsers. If you don't use browsers, then how can you connect with the internet, right? So browser is the most important term that you have to use. Second one is operating system. First of all, you have to check about the operating system, that which type of operating system you are used to create a web page or used for designing, right? Third one is connection speed. Connection speed is related with the internet, right? If there is a low connection speed internet, then it will lead to bad results, or maybe there are some barriers in your work or in your designing, right? So there will be a good connection speed. And the last one is user screen size. That is the most important part. Plus the screen where you want to work, if it is not sufficient to view all the part of designing, that it will not be okay according to your design, right? Economic considerations. Economic is related with money, right? So when we talk about economic, it is basically related with budget, right? Budget. So economic considerations include budget concerns, right? So here budget concerns include staff time for creation, right? For creation, you have to focus on these things, right? How many time you need to create a design, right? Staff time for creation, staff time for maintenance, and it will be in-house, maybe include employees, and outsourcing maybe include any outside designers or outside or out of organization employees, right? So next will be usability. Usability means browser don't use websites, people do. Usability, what is the uses of web pages or websites and web pages? These are terms that are used by different type of users and audience, right? So websites are used by peoples, not by browsers, right? Don't design a site for particular browser, because there is not any type of browser uh, that use any type of website, because that is providing of, because websites are used to provide any information to user, not to browser. So websites and web pages are not beneficial for browser, but it is beneficial for user, right? According to demand, according to requirement, right? Try to imagine a real person assessing your site. Like most users absorb data visually, because websites provide data, right, to different type of users, right? And there is no need to remember anything in our mind, right? Because each and every type of data is available on the website. If we want to check out anything, then we can open the site and we can check data from the site. So there is no need to remember anything in our mind, because it's very easy to assess data from different type of websites, right? Next one is usability, making it easy to read. So we have to look for some for important points when we create a website, that will be increase usability, right? First of all, factors that affect readability. Readability, when we read any content from the web page or a website, first of all, to the eyesight of users, we have to look out of these points according to the font size of the web page. Smaller, older computer monitor has displayed, poor color perception of users, cocktail party effect, lots of information on a single web page, right? So second point is design fixes. If first point is related with readability, then second point is design fixes, right? First of all,